from my experiences, if you start early, it'll be much easier for you to stop these unhealthy patterns before it goes out of control. Hey guys, I hope you all are doing well. This is the second video in my fitness journey series where I talk about how I committed to working out for 4 years straight from my second year at university till now, and how I plan on continuing to do this for the rest of my life. And I wanted to share some tips which would have been helpful for me in my first year when I started out to avoid getting freshman 15, and habits you can start adopting early on so you don't make the mistakes that I made in my first year where I gained 17 pounds of weight, which is around 8 kilos. So if you're interested to know what I did to start adopting a healthier lifestyle, then please keep watching, and I hope this can be helpful for you. So before I begin, I want to acknowledge something that I know how hectic it is to be able to think about your food choices and your health and fitness when you are in university, but I want to tell you that it is extremely important to be considering these things early on before you go to a state where you look back and you realize that you have gone too far in and it's going to be difficult for you to come out of it. The number one tip I want to give today is that you have to identify the negative stress patterns which put you in a state where you are eating uncontrollably or emotionally eating. Especially at university in your first year, you're going to be bombarded with so much stress. The stress is going to be the most common thing which you face. But what I did was that in my first year, when I was extremely stressed out, I used to indulge in food in order to make me feel better about the stress, even though I was not hungry. So I clearly remember the days I went to Totem Park, which is our residence cafeteria, and I used to buy 2-bite brownies, and these are tiny brownies which come in this bag, like 40 of them, and I used to finish half the bag easily even though I knew clearly I was not hungry. That was an extremely problematic time for me because I was not being able to understand what's causing me to eat so much, but on the flip side, I knew I wasn't even hungry. So what was actually happening? So when I realized that stress-induced hunger is an actual thing, I was able to identify when I was getting stressed and stopping myself from going into this rabbit hole of not being able to control what I'm eating. So my biggest tip is that you will be stressed at university. It's the most common thing you'll be facing, but what you can do is identify it. And when you identify it, your body and your mind becomes aware that you are stressed and you don't need to be eating away your stress with food. You have to tell yourself that it is not real hunger. It is just your mind tricking you in order to ease that emotion of feeling stressed. So be clear with yourself that you control your mind. Your mind does not control you. So it is important to talk to yourself. Like literally talk to yourself and tell yourself that I know I'm stressed right now, but I don't need to be eating this to make myself feel better. The second thing is to stop going towards these unhealthy snacks which you are gravitating towards when you go to the convenience store or go to the residence dining area, because that's exactly what I used to do. I used to go to the convenience store and pick up the bright colored Ruffles packets. I used to pick up the bread colored Maltesers packets, and I used to store them in my room to just eat those, and it was such an unhealthy pattern to go into because I was the one doing this to myself. It's not like someone was just handing them to me. I was the one taking the steps to actually go and buy these things and then eat it. So you also control that. It's very easy to substitute the unhealthy ones with healthier snacks. You just have to put the effort into really figuring out what you actually enjoy and then purchasing them, going through a couple of them, and then making that a part of your lifestyle as opposed to the unhealthy ones. But one thing to remember is that don't cut out all these unhealthy or these delicious snacks from your life completely. That is also a problematic thing. When you completely cut something out from your life, these unhealthy snacks, you're more likely to binge on it and have a lot of it all together later on. I gained a lot of weight in my freshman year, and it was very unhealthy for me, more so mentally than physically. And I realized that if you adopt these things earlier on, you can avoid these mistakes that I made, and it can help you towards your journey towards having a healthier lifestyle throughout your university and beyond. If you like these videos and if you want to stick around, then please subscribe and like this video. That will really help me out. And please also comment below if you have any more questions. I'd be happy to answer anything like that. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a great day ahead.